We're starting a $300,000 job. We're gonna have $200,000 in the back and about $70,000 here. But I bet you any money that this will be $300,000 plus by the time we're done. Oh, that's not including the pool guy. The pool guy is probably another 60, 70 bands. So this might be close to a $400,000, $500,000 job. But we're gonna exaggerate because we're YouTubers. $600,000 job, landscaping job coming in hot. By the way, before we start the walk, this is one of Taylor's beautiful designs he's ever made. This is Taylor, the designer for Applewood. He's very talented, very skilled, and he knows how to design. He's an artist. We're gonna go walk around. I'm gonna show you exactly what it's like before and what it's gonna be like after. Obviously, you're gonna see this whole project in a 20-minute video, but this is gonna take months of hard work and hundreds of thousands of dollars in labor and materials and sweat and blood and pain. This is gonna be our staging area pretty much. We're gonna move everything here. Nice little playground. When you see this, the next time, this is gonna be all artificial turf. This fence we're gonna save. We're gonna take this out and then have the caterpillars go in and out. We're gonna leave the gate alone. We're not gonna mess with the gate. She has about 21 roses that we have to save. All these big rocks we're gonna save. These little guys, we're gonna save as many as we can, but we're not gonna obsess over this because this rock is not that expensive. This right here, we're gonna get rid of. This lamp, also we're gonna get rid of. You think I can do it? Okay. The homeowner's probably watching me. This grass area is gonna come to here where this cut line is. Hot tub's gonna be redone. Pool's gonna be redone. Skimmer's gonna be redone. We're gonna take this lemon tree and put it in my backyard because this is my lemon tree now. This little retaining wall is gonna be redone and raised, very modern. And then you see this right here, these little veggie boxes, we're gonna remove and take out. By the way, for you watching and for, I know a lot of contractors, homeowners, never ever do your veggie boxes in treated wood. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen because all of the treated materials that preserve this wood get leached into your vegetables and you're eating chemical veggies, which is a horrible offer. Only do this for flowers, unedible things. This is as unorganic gets. GMO. Carrying on. Coming over here, we have this Ipe deck. We're gonna take all these lines and run them to the front yard. All of these plants get erased from history. Okay, this avocado, lemon, and pomegranate, they also stay. And all of these, this goes. I'm 100% taking these mushrooms. This is amazing. So, without further ado, let's roll the time lapse. A lot of you are always asking for T. We want old school videos back of construction and breaking stuff, running lines. Well, here it is, little Johnny. You got it. First thing we have to do is clean everything out, grate it, and then that big hole you saw was the drainage pit. That's where all the water from the roof goes into the hole. Now, a lot of you might be asking, where's the water gonna go after? That's the secret. Water percolates into the ground and eventually goes to the other side of the planet, to China. From America to China. That's where it goes. Afterwards, of course, we have a very nice plan already built out so that it's really easy for the boys to carry out the construction process. And this is why I lecture and I make tons of videos about this importance of the entire job is the plan. If you have a plan, you yourself as the business owner or the project manager don't have to be there babysitting and making sure everything is going according to plan. Going, talking to the customer, coming back, oh, what about this? What about this? It's a nightmare. And you know how I know? Because I used to do that. When I first started the business, I was doing everything on the fly. Customer was at work, at Apple, at Google, and I would be asking them through FaceTime, Google Hangout, pictures. It was so annoying. And it wasn't until I had to put my foot down and I said, we ain't doing no more big jobs without a design. Now, I'll do a driveway. I'll do something simple without a design, of course. But a project like this, never, ever, 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 ever without a design. So now we have the very skilled team members at Applewood laying down the pavers. Now, these are large format pavers from TechoBlock. They're very difficult to move around. They're not easy to install, but the one good thing is they go in quick. And you see that the guys have these tarps everywhere. We have to cover it as soon as we lay it because these footprints, especially right now because it's a little bit of rain, a little bit of whatever kind of weird weather we got going through California in the springtime, late winter, this gets stained and then afterwards you have a big problem at the job site. So you got to make sure that you're very, very careful with these white pavers.
Organizing jobs like this is not easy, but it's also not hard. You have to have a little bit of common sense. You have to work from the farthest point of the property backwards. And this right here is obviously the pavers are done. And now the boys are going to start cutting out the border and the edges and this little piece right here. So this actual little square was supposed to be something totally different, but the pavers were delayed for like 3-4 weeks. And the homeowner was like, you can do whatever you want. If you want to use the same pavers, just put them in different shapes, you can do that. And I said, really? Okay, deal. By the way, the best homeowners ever are the ones that let you drive the bus. They just want a very nice project. And typically, I would say 99.9999% of the time, homeowners that let you make decisions on their behalf because you're the professional and you understand what looks good because you do this for a full-time job, those jobs always go great. Always. And the ones that are micromanaged and babysit and, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? Those jobs are always a disaster and I end up making no money. Having the right staff for your company is it is the most important thing. I always make the comparison of buying the piece of equipment so you don't have to hire the guy. Remember, when you buy a tractor, which is like a Caterpillar that is $70,000, $80,000, and you compare that to a $20 an hour guy, it's incomparable. The tractor always wins. But to have someone that's a skilled mason that is making 30, 35, 40, 50, 60, $100 an hour, whatever that is, wherever you are, depending on where you work, union, not union, then the mason obviously always wins, because if you have someone that is really skilled working at your job sites, you don't have to be there as much. You can be there way less. You can go focus on other things. And I was here quite a bit. I was just stopping in, checking everything out, seeing how everyone's doing. But I didn't do any of the construction. I didn't lay a single paver. I didn't do turf. I was just doing my thing, driving around, going to see people, closing deals. This was at a time where work was starting to slow down for Applewood. People were not closing as fast. Everyone does this every single year. They go, and May is like a big month. Everyone's like, let's get work done. Yeah. But if the homeowners are actually smart, they would start hiring contractors in February, March, January, because that's when prices are actually the lowest. Like, I'll give you the best deal ever if you hire me in January, February, March, even April. Once it comes down to May, that's when prices go up, things get more expensive, and your construction is definitely not going to be done in the summer. It's going to be done next year, especially if a job this big. So if you're looking to get a massive project done, $500,000, start January, February, and don't wait till May. There's no way we're going to get you done $500,000 job starting May. Impossible. Boys, if you are interested in having a business like this, get in Goat Gang. I'm going to show you exactly what to do, step by step, contracts, systems, processes, and you're going to be so much more informed. You're going to fly away and be so happy.
And that's a wrap. Behind me, you see, in total will be $500,000 spent on a landscaping project in San Jose, California. So I'm going to take you around, give you a little tour of everything that we did and all the little attentions of detail. And you saw what the front looked like before. It had red brick. It was super outdated. The customer decided she wanted to keep her driveway, which I would have liked to redo it, but it's okay. The driveway is actually in really good condition. There's no cracks. It just looks a little old, but everything matches. It's fine. Not a big deal. So what we did, we rolled in and we installed this mountain ledge stone from El Dorado, and it covered all the bricks, and we put Teco block on top and we painted it black to give that really pop look. And this was actually my idea, and she thought it was a great idea. So we did it, obviously, and it came out fantastic. This is super clean, super modern. The stones keep everything from having to do a lot of maintenance. Everything has irrigation. We got lights, olive trees. Those are fruitless olives. These, I don't remember what these are called, but these are really pretty. They're actually very, very pretty. Black mulch gives it a very nice accent with the cap that we have installed. And then most importantly, you'll see it in the backyard, but look at the fence. The fence matches too. So there's like little things that we did to make everything really pop. This fantastic. Brand new light with a address and mailbox sign. And then this was the hardest one of all. These columns took quite a long time to do, because all these are cornerstones. You have to make sure everything is level, because these bricks, these little man-made stones, don't actually come level. They're all jagged. So we have to do the best to do it. And it took a lot of material, and it's all front side, back side. And then the main event, because you can't be doing nice work here and not finish this off. I charged $8,000 for this porcelain stoop, which was a great offer, to be honest, for both parties on the side too. And we had to finish this off on the side. This stonework for the entire place was $54,000, $55,000, which is a ton of money. But you have to understand, it's a ton of work. It was $15,000 in just stone. And then we had to do techo block. So the material for just this and this is $20,000 easy. And then labor was through the roof, obviously, because very, very time consuming, super labor intensive. These are techo block steppers. Very nice. We poured this concrete pad. You might be wondering, why is this not pavers? Because this is the utility area where all her garbage cans are. And you'll see in a little bit when we go. I just want to show you this right here, a dry creek riverbed, which flows from there all the way around the entire perimeter. The reason we did that is so dogs don't take a leak on the flowers and the plants. Dogs, as we know, do not like walking on loose stone. Now we're going to the back. You're going to see why we did concrete here. All the garbage cans are here. So anytime they need to roll out their garbage cans, they just grab them, roll them on the concrete, boom, right to the street. Great offer. Shed. They had Tough Shed put this in. We didn't install this, but we did do the concrete pad underneath. This area is for their pups. All their doggies will come hang out and take a leak here. We did concrete planter with stucco finish, orange. I would take one, but I've already taken one. They're a little bit bitter. You might be asking, why is this here? It's so the dogs don't run up in this area, messing everything up. And same with that. Dogs won't go in the AC area. AC can breathe. The pool equipment can breathe. I would have probably put something hard over it to block out the sound, because it is quite noisy, that damn filter. I don't know if you can hear. It's pretty noisy. But come on in this way. Now we're getting to the showstopper. This gate closes it off for the dogs if they don't want the pups to run up all in here, which you're gonna see in a little bit why. But this is big techo block patio pavers. Very, very nice finish. Getting over here, you're gonna see the money maker, the pool. The reason the homeowner did this was because she wanted a nice area for her kids to come play in. And this gives it the perfect scenario for the grandkids to come and go swimming and hang out and have a little fun. So that's exactly what we did. I've said this before and I'll say it again many, many times. The reason people do landscaping, the reason people do anything in their home is for the kids. They're retired and they have grandkids. So they want their grandkids to come to grandma and grandpa's place to go swimming. Yeah. So that's what they did. Turf here, nice little turf area. Deck, a very, very nice outdoor kitchen that's covered up, but I'll show you pictures of it here. And then we have, like, one of the things that really ties it in is the fence. You see the fence, it's all black, everything is tied in. If you live in a very, very large property where you don't really see the fence up close, it's kind of pointless. But if you see the fence like here, it just makes everything pop. It gives it a nice accent, especially when all these plants bloom really, really big. Right now, they're in the beginner stage. When we come back here in 2 years, this place is gonna be like a jungle. Grasses are gonna be 5 feet tall. Those birds of paradise are gonna be booming. It's gonna be fantastic. This planter is probably one of my favorites. It gives a little accent. We put La Paz cobblestone. This is very expensive black rock, handpicked from Mexico. Olive tree in the middle with a planter to match everything. Going over here, this is a little bluestone path that we did, and these are techo block steppers. So these came out super, super clean, super nice, and everything is pretty fantastic. Now remember, you'd be like, wow, this is a beautiful tree. This is February, so everything is dormant right now. Once everything blooms, this is gonna be beautiful. This place in the summertime here is gonna be, wow, fantastic. This Ipe deck was done by the general contractor way long ago, 20 years ago. Still in pretty good shape, just needs to be resurfaced, redone. So one of my favorite things about this place is obviously the hot tub. And this hot tub was quite small before. Oh, water's freezing. So they made the hot tub larger and they gave it really nice tile with a fountain over there. And they put tile here, which ended up being really, really cool. One hiccup we had was the light in the hot tub right there had a leak, and water was coming from the light to here, and my pavers were soaked here for some reason. We couldn't figure out why. So we removed the pavers and find out, boom, there was a leak. So we fixed it, pool guy fixed it, done. And this was an electrical outlet that we had installed by our electrician to power any late night activities. Oh, I forgot about this. This is one of the main things that the homeowner wanted, was this privacy screen right here. Not because they hate their neighbors, maybe they do, but because they like to hang out here at nighttime, and they put a projector screen up here and they watch a movie on here at night in the summer. Game changer. Barbecuing, grilling, hanging out, chilling. Fantastic offer. So this is what a $500,000 job looks like in California. I know what a lot of you are saying. It's impossible for this job to look like that. We could get this done for 200 grand. I understand, but you got to get it. Everything is really, really expensive. Labor is expensive. Taxes are expensive. California is expensive. Materials are expensive. Bluestone is very expensive. This bluestone comes from Pennsylvania, Connecticut. So by the time it gets to the West Coast, 4X's. Great return on investment, eh? But if you want to get a good life like this and hang out with the kiddos, you got to drop some dough. Let me know in the comments how we did. Did we do a good job, bad job? Do you think this is one of our best that we've done? I think it is. Definitely add it to the portfolio. Check mark. Later.